Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Sports Now with Darius and Aiden. And today we are discussing our live reaction, well, not technically live reaction, but current reaction to the Suns advancing to the NBA Finals by defeating the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Darius gave you his reaction to the firing of beloved Dallas Mavericks head coach, and we will be doing a separate video on all the head coaching vacancies in the near future. But for today, we're going to be giving the props to the man, the myth, the legend, Devin Booker, and the point god, Chris Paul, and finally giving due respect to the number one overall pick in the 2018 draft, DeAndre Ayton. Darius.
First off, I was wrong. All right. Let's just get out the way. Yes, I picked Utah to advance to the finals. Yes, I did. But just for y'all know, I 100% actually predicted that the Suns were going to win the series in 6. But I do have to give props to my man.
You don't really care.
I have to give him props to my man Aiden. He stuck with the Suns first round, second round, and during the Wisconsin finals. He picked the Suns in all 3 of those series. I picked the Suns 2 out of those 3 series. All right. But I have to give props to my man Aiden. Now, talking about the Suns here, the Suns are a very, very deep team. They're not the most talented rush in the league. They're not the most talented team throughout the course of this postseason, but they do have guys that can step up when some of their key guys are out. I'm looking at how Cameron Payne stepped up, especially when Chris Paul was injured and was dealing, when he was in the first round versus the Lakers, and COVID, the first 2 games in the Western Conference Finals versus the Clippers, where Cameron Payne stepped up, I believe, had 29 points and 9 assists, I believe, like game 1 or game 2 when CP3 was out. But besides that, they have guys that really can step up. Besides that, that core 3 and Booker, Aiden, and Paul. I'm the guys like Mikal Bridges, that is a great 2-way player, offensively and defensively. He can do great things on both sides, bro. I'm the guys like AJ Crowder, who has been in these situations before, who was actually in the finals last year in 2020, the bubble with Miami. Of course, he didn't get the job done there, but Jay Crowder was a key guy in that series. All right, I'm gonna guy like a Cam Johnson, who I do believe missed Game 6 for the Suns in the series versus the Clippers, but he can step up. And remember, in his first live series ever, he was actually the main guy guarding LeBron James, and he did, in my mind, one hell of a job guarding him, in my opinion. Dario Saric, he's not getting as many minutes as we expect, especially with him being a relatively older player on this team, but he still gets some points as well. And guys like Torrey Craig, he can get the job done as well. So the Suns team is pretty deep. Looking at these playoff stats here, Booker, Aiden, and Paul leading them in almost every single statistical category across the board. Booker leading them in points, Aiden leading them in rebounds, CP3 leading them in assists and steals, and Aiden is also leading them in blocks. So props to the Suns. Monty Williams he has done a phenomenal job throughout the course of this postseason, and especially looking at how the Eastern Conference Finals is shaping to be, especially with the injuries to Trae Young and Giannis. We don't know how this series is going to go, but I still have the Hawks in 6, as we mentioned in the Eastern Conference Finals playoff preview. But I do think, based on this Giannis injury in the Eastern Conference Finals, I do believe that the finals matchup is going to be the Phoenix Suns versus the Atlanta Hawks. And I do think it's going to be most likely, and I can't wait for that matchup with DeAndre Ayton and Clint Capella clashing in the paint. And that's going to be a great duel to see. And these are 2 very, very young teams. Of course, the Bucks can easily find some momentum in this series, even if Giannis is out and Chris Paul can show up. We never know, based on how he has been these past couple seasons in the postseason. But looking at this Suns team, they're a great team. They're a solid team. They have a very, very great chance to win the championship this year. I'm very happy for Chris Paul. 16 seasons. First time in the finals. The point guard, as you mentioned in the intro. He truly deserves it. So does Monty Williams. Devin Booker has done a phenomenal job throughout this postseason. I'm going to eat my words. The Phoenix Suns proved me wrong. I did pick Utah to go to the finals, but the Phoenix Suns did a phenomenal job throughout the course of this postseason. That they ran through the Western Conference, and now they're in the finals. Happy for CP3, happy for Randall Williams, happy for D Book, happy for the Phoenix Suns organization. First time in the playoffs in 10 years, and they actually made it to the playoffs. They had the worst record in the NBA throughout the past 5 seasons, and look at them now in the NBA Finals. Very happy for the Phoenix Suns, and I do believe the Phoenix Suns definitely have a great chance to get the job done in the finals this year.
Right, I'm going to keep it short and brief. I had them from the beginning. I knew the Lakers weren't going to do jack, you know what, in this year's playoffs. Nothing against them. It's just a whole lot of problems that I saw on that roster, on that team, and with those players. But going forward, I also probably, depending on who wins this series coming up, again, I am siding with Atlanta, but depending on who comes into this series, might go with the Phoenix Suns to win the finals as well. You never know. You never know. No card is off the table at this point. But with that being said, I definitely want to give all due respect to Paul George.
Oh, yeah.
You called him name. They called him names. They called him names that were befitting of a clown on a basketball court. They called him names befitting of a scrub. Pandemic P. Playoff P. They called many other players on that team names. They called Kawhi Leonard names. But I don't want to hear shit about them anymore, man. And I'm sorry to Chris, but I don't want to hear anything about him anymore, man. I want to see respect and admiration for that man. That man did something phenomenal in this playoff series. They did not choke. They did not sit down and lie down and take the punishment. They did not coast by. They did what they had to do in each situation to try and put their team in the best position. They came back from a deficit against the Mavericks and won in Game 7 when Reggie Jackson looked like goddamn Steph Curry. We have to give them respect for that. They were able to advance past Utah. Darius's finals winner and contender. We have to give them respect for that. And they were able to make it to this part and last till 6 games with what I believe was the best team in the Western Conference, the Phoenix Suns. We have to give them props for that. But that's what I wanted to end off with, guys. And thank you for sticking with us throughout this entire journey. Really, truly appreciate it. And sorry we've been gone for a little bit, but we're going to be on and off in some parts of the year. But we will promise to stay consistent, and we have not forgotten about you and never will.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to the Clippers. They had a phenomenal season. First time like 50 years to make it to the Western Conference Finals. But at the end of the day, you know, Phoenix Suns definitely outplayed them in Game 6 and throughout the course of the series. And as always, we always know that Pat Beverly is still a punk. And with that being said, thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah, Pat Bev, bitch move. Don't ever push a man after you lost. Be a good sport. Shake his damn hand. Don't push him in the back.
Right.
Bitch
ass. Right, and with that being said, thank you for joining us here in Sports Center. It's Aiden. I'm Darius Sounds, and that is Aiden Munson. And thank you for joining here in Sports Center. It's Aiden. Guys, thank you for taking us throughout this journey. More episodes on the way. And until then, everybody, we will see you later in Sports Center. It's Aiden. And until then, everybody, peace and love. Enjoy your day. Peace.